Well, it's Sunday in the evening, and you know what that means in terms of sports? That's right, football. Well, this one is mainly about the whole NFL controversy, and yes, it's still going on, despite the fact that a lot of NFL teams have actually tried to discourage something like this due to the fact that people across the internet are burning their own jerseys, burning their own merchandise, just gain off of watching football entirely until the NFL has changed and stopped doing anything like this. In fact, I think I recall that in one news source, I forgot what the news source was called, that ratings were down by 13%. 13%. Now that may not seem like a big number, but in terms of entire sport which America kind of idolizes and basically just is part of regular American culture, that's a big thing. In fact, millions of people watch the NFL across the states. Seeing at least a major portion deciding to stop watching this is definitely making a big hit to the NFL. And I saw that actually about a week ago when I think it was the Seattle Seahawks versus dang it, what was the other team? What? I think it wasn't New York. I think it was LA. I can't remember exactly, but during the national anthem, the majority of them chose to stand. There were a few that were sitting, and I say fuck you on those guys because of that. But after a whole week or two of just this major backlash, the NFL has changed a lot since they obviously their own customers were feeling very pissed about how they were condescending the American national anthem and the United States flag and the soldiers who died defending that flag. That was definitely a big issue. But what I'm talking about here today is a very special case. It had to deal with a game between the Indiana Colts and I think it was the hold on. Let me go back and see. What was it, Cleveland? Hold on. I'm sorry. It's just I'm not really following these other guys. Besides the Seattle Seahawks, they're just my home team. Let me see. Okay. Oh, here we go. The San Francisco 49ers. So that's who they're play today, and this one game is very special because Vice President Mike Pence actually attended the game. This is very important because he basically decided to leave after the whole condescending tone of some people on both teams. I don't know the extent of the Indianapolis Colts of how they dealt or just condescend the American national anthem and the flag and stuff. But I do recall seeing several pictures on the internet with San Francisco basically, a lot of them kneeling during the time of the national anthem, while Mike Pence was up on his feet, his hand over his heart, as the national anthem is playing. That was definitely a big very big message that the vice president obviously put it out. But what was even bigger is that it was a bigger fuck you to the NFL and all these other teams and the BLM movement and all these political activists who want to make stuff everything about them. He just ups and leaves. After the anthem, he decides to leave the game before it has even started. That is just, I'm that was a pretty clever move, and I'm sure he actually expected it because the 49ers, which it is very infamous with Colin Kaepernick being the first to actually kneel during the anthem. I'm sure he actually expected it, considering that this is the 49ers we're talking about. Now, I can't, like I said before, I cannot speak for the Indianapolis Colts, but this was definitely a major issue. That has actually gained a lot more attention again as a result of Mike Pence leaving. And to be honest, I think the reason why this happened is because Mike Pence is basically trying to show the rest of the NFL players and the teams that America does not like it when they're being condescended, especially in terms of their national anthem and their flag being shit upon. They don't like that. True, there is like rivalry between constant fans between who's the better team. Like for instance, I'm still pissed at the Pittsburgh Steelers for winning the game when the Seattle Seahawks first entered the Super Bowl. But in all circumstances, we all consider ourselves Americans. And when they start actually shitting on that, especially when they did 2 weeks prior with staying in the locker rooms, no one couldn't take that. It's very much people pretty much see themselves more as Americans than as a football fan, and I have to respect that. But the reason why I bet that NFL teams decided to do this is because, well, it was a message to directly the vice president in the federal government. You see, this whole situation with the NFL controversy, while it has continued for at least 2 years, it's been given more highlight again thanks to what President Trump said in one of his other rallies. And since then, the NFL has been saying, fuck you, Donald Trump, and they just been deciding to shit on the national anthem and the flag ever since. Well, that was until recently when they got the backlash that they deserved from the public, and now they're actually discouraging it. But considering that people like Colin Kaepernick were there at the state at the very game, it would kind of make sense that this would be like a political message, especially to the federal government, that they don't really care, and well, they're gonna probably be doing it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they would be continually doing it, but I would love to see more of them being shit upon because of what they are doing. I would love that, not just from the federal government, but from the all America's everywhere, from the Pittsburgh Steelers fans to Denver Broncos fans to Seattle Seahawks fans here in the Northwest. I would love to see that, and I bet I bet I'm going to be alone, because this shit is just so, it's pathetic. Consider we have these NFL players who happen to be very much millionaires, and yet they just take a knee when and say that they're oppressed or something, despite the fact that they have like a Lamborghini or a very nice mansion. I hate that condescension, and I cannot believe that they would go so far to disrespect Donald Trump that they have to insult everything that is about America. Trump may be the president of the United States, but he's not America itself. America has been around since even before President Trump's time. In fact, before he was born, and before even his family immigrated to the United States in the first place. So basically, this is not just what they're doing is not just shitting on Donald Trump. They're shitting on America itself. But if this continues to happen, their whole kneeling thing, I sincerely hope a lot more backlash is thrown against them. I really hope they do. That's all I have for this video today. My name is Noah Mean from the Arc of Truth. Please post, comment, subscribe, and like this video. Bye.